Man, what is good, YouTube? I decided to make a UFC card based on USA versus Brazil. I tried to get the best matchup of active UFC fighters that I could find, but also I added Wanderlei Silva in here to verse Strickland. But anyways, first matchup of the day, we got Derrick Lewis taking on Almeida. There was no surprises to start off this fight. Jalton ended up shooting a double leg, and he got Derrick Lewis to the ground. But Lewis was able to end up reversing position, got back up to the feet. But Jalton ended up shooting another double leg, got him to the ground. Lewis got back up. Almeida was right back at it. Derrick Lewis got back up once again. Lewis was coming forward trying to do some damage on Almeida, but Almeida came in with a check hook, and he also landed another one that rocked Lewis. He was still trying to get this fight to the ground, but they go to trade overhands. Lewis ended up sitting down Almeida, and he tried to get off some ground and pound. About 10 seconds later, Almeida was able to reverse the position on Lewis. He ended up looking for an arm triangle that Lewis was able to slide out of. And then Lewis kept him there for about 30 seconds. Almeida reversed the position right back. He postured up and he started raining down shots on Lewis, looking for the finish at the end of round one. Lewis was able to make it to round two, but starting round two, he got smacked by a front kick and a combination that sat him down. Almeida went in, looked for the finish. He tried to set up a Von Flue choke on Lewis. Lewis got back to half guard, so Almeida tried to lock in an arm triangle, but Lewis was able to get out of that too, reverse the position, and he let him back up to the feet. After Lewis started landing some big shots on the feet, Almeida shot a single leg and got Lewis to the ground. He got Lewis in side saddle. He started landing some pretty big shots, almost getting Lewis out of there. Lewis was able to get right back to side control, barely surviving. Then Almeida tried to finish the fight with an arm triangle. Almost got him out of there, but he made it to round three just to get rocked right off the bat. And then he slipped counter Jalton Almeida. He was looking to turn this fight around, but Almeida shot a single leg and got this fight to the ground. Lewis was able to get back to the feet pretty comfortably, but Almeida just started shooting takedowns once again. He ended up getting reversed in the clinch, and then he went ahead, shot another takedown. The same thing happened. Almeida was not giving up. He was throwing jabs to the body. He slipped out the way, shot another takedown. But Lewis's takedown defense was on point. He was not going to let Almeida just lay on him for the rest of the fight. But he got sat down by a straight right. Almeida tried to look for a knee. Lewis started the counter, landing some big hooks and an overhand on Almeida. Lewis tried to turn this fight to a brawl, but it didn't really work out for him as he got rocked and dropped. Almeida tried to look for a submission at the end. Lewis got out of it, went to a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges scored the contest
29-28, 30-26, and 30-26.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Jalton Almeida!
After Brazil went up 1-0 in this, we got Covington taking on Gilbert Burns in the welterweight division. Gilbert started off this fight. It was looking like he was winning the trade. Kobe tried to work the body. Gilbert shot a single leg, got him to the ground. He got the top mount, started posturing up, landing big shots on Kobe. After landing a couple big elbows, he looked for an arm triangle. He ended up locking it in, almost getting Kobe out there in the first round. But Kobe was able to survive. Gilbert decided to get this fight back up to the feet. But this time, Kobe got the fight to the ground, and he was able to control Gilbert for the rest of round one. Starting off round two, he lands a question mark kick on Gilbert Burns, and he ended up hurting Gilbert, but Gilbert just started swinging and banging and knocking down Kobe. It seems like Kobe was trying to give back the damage, but Gilbert Burns sat him down once again, followed him to the ground. He was able to get the stack guard, but he didn't land no big shots on Kobe, so he just passed the guard. He got the side control. He started landing some big shots on Kobe. He tried to set up a Darce choke, but Kobe was good enough on the ground to get out of that. Gilbert Burns ended up getting the rubber guard, looking for different options, but he just reversed the position on Kobe. Kobe ended up using the fence to reverse the position right back on Gilbert. He kept him there for about like 25 seconds. Gilbert tried to lock in a guillotine, but he was able to slide out of that, started posturing up, landing some big shots on Gilbert. He tried to lock in his own arm triangle. He ended up actually locking it in at the end of round two. In the first 2 rounds, they both had success on the ground, but Gilbert was getting the better of the stand-up. In round 3, he started out with a clinch elbow that rocked Kobe. Kobe countered with an uppercut as Gilbert was trying to go to the body and rocked him. Then he tried to get this fight to the ground, but Gilbert was able to stuff it and sit down Kobe with an overhand and a running straight right. There was only a minute 30 in this fight. Kobe didn't have too much time to work with, but he started letting off some shots on Gilbert. But Gilbert was in danger, but he was able to slide out of it. He tried to look for a Kimura that he switched into an armbar. Didn't go for that either. He ended up taking Kobe's back and letting him back up to the feet, and somebody got slept. Okay, this next fight's in the lightweight division. We got Renato Moicano taking on Dustin Poirier. They both started to trade shots on the feet, landing good ones. Halfway through round one, Renato Moicano shot a single leg, and he was able to get Poirier to the ground. He nearly got Poirier out there with an armbar, but Poirier was able to survive to the next round. He opened up a cut on Moicano. Moicano swung back, and he opened up a cut on Dustin. Again, they were both trading good shots on the feet, so Moicano shot a takedown. He was able to get Poirier down with a double leg. He started the posture up. He started raining down shots. Poirier ended up hitting a switch on Moicano. He had his back for a second. Then he had him full guard. He landed a couple good shots on Moicano, and then he decided to get this fight back up to the feet. Poirier was able to rock Moicano back to back. He was starting to take over on the feet. It was close, but now Poirier started to take over. Moicano wanted this fight to the ground, so he picked up Poirier trying to slam him, but Poirier didn't let it happen. Poirier landed a last-second head kick on Moicano that rocked him, but he got saved by the bell. But he made it through round three. They started out with a glove touch, and then they just started trading shots. Poirier rocked Moicano trying to go for an elbow. He was on the back foot. He had his back on the cage. He got rocked once again. Everything that hit his chin was hurting him. He got sat down. But Renato, he can't afford to lose. He comes in with a flying knee, and he hurts Poirier pretty badly. This fight just turned to a war. Poirier came in with an overhand and a head kick, so Moicano went to a body uppercut to a head kick. And then they started trading kicks once again. Poirier started coming forward. Moicano was going back, and he got sat down by an uppercut. But Moicano came back with a nice front kick that hurt Poirier, but Poirier sat him down. Poirier was able to do crazy damage, almost got Moicano out there, but Moicano reversed the position, got back up to the feet. But he ended up shooting a takedown. He landed a nice elbow on Poirier. He postured up again, tried to go for a last-second armbar, but we went to a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest 29-28, Poirier. Judge 2 scores this contest 28-28. And Judge 3 scores it 29-28.
For the winner by majority decision, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
In the bantamweight division, we got Cory Sandhagen taking on Jose Aldo. It seemed like Cory was trying to throw a flying knee, but Jose Aldo just started teeing off, and he started landing some pretty good shots on Sandhagen. So Sandhagen shot a takedown, but he got reversed right away. Aldo went ahead, led him back up to the feet. He won that round, and Cory started to change things around. After getting sat down, Jose Aldo went ahead and he knocked down Cory himself, coming in with a knee. He threw a nice Superman punch, hook combo. Cory threw a leg kick that got checked. He tried to get this fight to the ground, but Aldo was able to stuff it. Then he threw an overhand that hurt Sandhagen, and then someone went to sleep. Next up, we got Strickland taking on Wanderlei, the Axe Murderer Silva. Strickland started off this fight pretty good. He came in with a running straight right that hurt Silva. Silva was moving out the way, came in with an overhand, and Strickland started teeing off, hurting Silva once again. He tried to mix it up, getting this fight to the ground, but Silva was able to stuff the takedown, and he started throwing shots back at Strickland. Strickland came forward a little reckless and got sat down by a check hook. Strickland went for a guillotine, but Silva hopped right out of that. He went for some ground and pound. Strickland reversed the position, got the top mount, and started raining down shots. After that last fight, we had the score 3-2 for the Brazilians, but now we got Sean O'Malley taking on Figueiredo. This fight started out hot. 11 seconds in, O'Malley rocked Figueiredo, but 20 seconds in, Figueiredo sat down O'Malley with a head kick. Figgy wanted to mix it up, shooting the takedown, but O'Malley was able to stuff it. Then he came in with a straight right to a head kick, sat down Figgy. Then he threw an uppercut to a straight right again and sat down Figgy, followed him to the ground. Figgy was able to reverse position on O'Malley. He got the top mount, tried to look for an arm triangle, and locked it in. Figgy almost got the finish. Then he got the top mount, raining down shots on O'Malley. O'Malley gave up his back, but he got right back to top mount. Then he got the full guard, tried to look for a ghillie, but Figgy was able to hop out of that right away. He looked for a Kimura at the end of the round, wasn't able to get it, but we got to round 2. Once we got to round 2, they were both landing good shots. Nobody got rocked, but they both landed up cuts on each other. O'Malley came in with a front kick to a spinning side kick combo that sat down Figgy, so Figgy shot a takedown and he tried to turn things around. After that fight, that brings the score to 4-2 for the Brazilians. USA needs to win 2 just to tie it. But now in this next matchup in the lightweight division, we got Charles Oliveira taking on Max Holloway. Oliveira was trying to get it to the ground, but Max Holloway was able to stuff the takedowns. Oliveira sat on his back for a second, but Holloway didn't fall for it. But Charles Oliveira right back at it, shot another takedown that got stuffed once again. He went for a kick out of range and got hit by an overhand that hurt him. Charles wasn't doing the best on the feet. He got sat down by a head kick. After getting hurt, Charles actually stayed on his back once again, but Holloway followed him to the ground, gave him one shot, got back up to the feet. So Charles shot a takedown straight into a guillotine, but Charles was able to hop right out of that, go in top position, try to look for a Darce choke. Holloway was able to slide out of it. He found top position. He postured up to look for some shots. He only gave him one shot on the guard, and then he got this fight back up to the feet. Charles once again baiting on his back, trying to get Holloway to jump down, but he didn't. But we got on the feet. Holloway went for a cartwheel kick, and then Oliveira took him down. It seemed like Oliveira did not want to stand at all with Holloway. Holloway went ahead and went with that spinning jumping kick to the body and then a high kick that hurt Oliveira. He was walking forward, throwing boxing combinations, sat down Oliveira up against the fence. Oliveira got back up in the clinch and they separated. Holloway went for the cartwheel kick again, but Oliveira timed a head kick that landed on Holloway. It didn't hurt him, but it put him on the floor. So Oliveira started to get some strikes off and Holloway got back up to the feet. It was pretty simple what Oliveira's game plan was. It was to get Holloway to the ground and get his submission because he was not standing with Holloway at all. He went for the leg lock, wasn't able to get it. He baited on his back. Holloway fell for it. He went to the ground, started letting off some shots, and Oliveira took top position. Oliveira started to finally do damage in this fight. He actually got the top out, raining down shots, landing a nice elbow on Holloway. After doing some damage in top mount, Charles went for the armbar. Holloway was able to slide out of it. Oliveira took Holloway's back just to lose the position within 5 seconds, and Holloway kept him there for the rest of round 2. Then we got to round 3. Starting off round 3, Oliveira got hurt, but he was able to get Holloway to the ground, try to lock in an armbar, but Holloway ended up in side control. He got the top out. Oliveira gave up his back. Holloway gave him one shot, and then Oliveira got down the bottom position. Oliveira just was attacking submissions, trying to finish the fight. He ended up going for a Darce choke. He rolled over to the other side. Holloway was able to slip out of it. He postured up, gave Charles one shot, and then he got this fight back up to the feet. Charles was laying on his back once again, but Holloway didn't follow him to the ground. But Charles stood up. He went for a Superman punch. Holloway ended up going for his own Superman punch, and then he went for another one later in that round. Charles Oliveira shot a takedown. He was able to get Holloway to the ground. But Holloway, he was able to take Oliveira's back, but Oliveira was able to take the position right back again. He had 1 minute to work with in round 3, so he tried to go for an arm triangle, but Holloway was able to slide out of that too. Oliveira was having no success on the ground, not too much success on the feet either. He was laying on his back once again, didn't have much time to work with, and then we ended up going to a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest
29-28.
for the winner by unanimous decision, Max Blessed Holloway.
For the main event, we got Jon Jones taking on Alex Pereira for the heavyweight championship. In this main event, Jon Jones has to win to tie it up 4-4 to end up in a tie against the Brazilians. Starting off this fight on the feet, Jones went for a leg kick in the first 30 seconds. They got checked badly. Pereira was able to stuff a takedown and go for a switch knee that landed on Jones, rocking him. After already getting hurt in the first minute of this fight, Jones tried to go for a takedown, but Pereira was able to stuff that one too. It was not a great start for Jones. He got hit by an elbow coming in, then he got sat down by a head kick and a spinning kick to the body. But Jones was able to stand right back up. He shot a double leg, got Pereira down to the ground for the first time, and he was coming to do damage. He ended up landing some ground and pound shots and 2 back-to-back elbows on Pereira. Jones tried to look for an arm bar. It seemed like he didn't find the right opening for it, so he just took Pereira's back, and he was able to keep him there for about a minute till he postured up once again in top mount. Gave him one shot and let him back up to the feet. I don't know why, but we got the round 2. Pereira, he was able to survive the ground game starting off round 2, and he also checked one of Jones' kicks. Not looking too good for his legs. Jones ended up taking down Pereira. He gave him one shot and then let him back up to the feet. Wasn't sure why, but about a minute later, he took down Pereira once again. Tried to go for an arm bar. Pereira slid out of it, took top position, but Jones used defense, and then he ended up taking top position right back. Tried to set up a Kimura at the end of round 2. Wasn't able to get it. We got to round 3. Pereira landed a nice wheel kick on Jones, and he probably could have got him out there if he went for some ground and pound, but he let him back up to the feet. Jones took him down, and he was able to control him for the rest of round 3. Once we got to round 4, Jones started off high, coming in with a flying knee, timing Pereira's overhand that sat him down. Jones went for some ground and pound, but Pereira used it to get back up to the feet, and then they just started trading flying knees. After Jones landed a flying knee, then Pereira went back-to-back flying knees. Jones tried to take this fight to the ground, but he ended up getting his takedown stuff. Pereira tried to go for a front kick. After Jones hurt Pereira on the feet and on the ground, he tried to look for an arm triangle, postured up instead, didn't find any opening, so he just took top position, and we got to round 5. Pereira started off round 5, opening up a cut on Jones, and then Jones was able to open up a cut on Pereira and get his leg checked. Now I'm going to just let the round 5 play out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest.
48-47.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones!
That wraps up the main event. Jon Jones, he takes it 48-47. I'm looking at the round-by-round stats because I thought Pereira might have won, but I took a look at the judges' scorecards. They all gave Jones round 2, round 4, and round 5, taking it all 48-47 on every scorecard. That wraps up this Brazil versus USA card. They went 4-4, so they were pretty much even, but the fight of the night was Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Performance of the night submission, Davison Figueiredo over O'Malley, and then KO of the night, Strickland over